Once again, my name is Jose Trujillo. I'm a fine art artist. I'm coming to you from a corner of my art studio where you guys can see awesome paintings. Ready to work on and then ship. I gotta work on them a bit more. I wanted to talk to you today about two things. This is for artists and anyone. It doesn't matter what you do. I always, I'm an artist, so I talk from an artist's point of view. But I think it doesn't matter whether you are a lawyer, a doctor, or a musician. It's the same thing. We're all humans. It's the same mechanisms that we employ them in our different professional lives. But it's the same thing. Two things. How do we approach life, right? Most of us I've been taught to be by our parents, especially. I think our parents screwed us up very, very bad. And I'm not trying to generalize, but I am. My parents were very loving to me, at least till I remember. but they could be very nice, loving, right? But it doesn't mean that they taught you well. At least this is what happened to me, right? They teach you how to be a good person, how to be a good man, how to be respectful, and work hard and this and that. But many times what happens is that we're not taught, and I think this is by society. This is not parents. I'm not picking on anyone or cultures or whatever. I think it's just society in general. We're taught to conserve. We're not taught to attack life. Okay? So that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. If you're an artist, whatever you are, but I'm an artist, so I'm going to talk about from this point of view. Many artists start thinking like, oh yeah, I want to achieve my goals. So I'm talking about, the whole idea that this is 2017, right? And we're ready to achieve our goals and attack and get our targets and, meet our success lines and all of that. So if you're an artist and you're like, I want to go talk to these galleries and I want to do this and I want to have an exhibit here or sell my artwork here or, whatever. Maybe make a YouTube channel like me or whatever. It doesn't matter what you do, right? You have certain goals, certain things that you want to achieve. Many of us have been taught to be conservative. I think the vast majority of us. So what we do is that we'll be like, we kind of cherry pick what we want to do. We go at it slowly and carefully. We don't want to, we don't want to offend anyone, and we don't want to. It's all kind of like walking on eggshells. It's all very careful. You did a video. Oh, okay, one video a week is fine, or one video a month. I don't know, and or the right strategy. If I do the right strategy on videos, if I get the lighting correct, and I get the right software to make the graphics correct and the perfect camera, the lens and all that. And all I have to do is just make one good video and I'm going to go viral. Bullshit. It doesn't happen that way. Don't log off, please. I'm just being as sincere as possible here. It doesn't happen that way. And if it does, that's great. But don't rely on that. Don't rely on that. Keep going with other not so sophisticated strategies. Why? This is the thing, guys. This is what I want to talk to you about. When we're growing up, we're being taught to not be aggressive, to be careful and to be gentle. And people who are aggressive, we're like, oh no, that person's too much. But was Michael Jordan aggressive with his practice, with his basketball? Or Babe Ruth, or Muhammad Ali, were they aggressive? Hell yeah, they were. Because life is about that. Life is about making aggressive moves. Look at children. When they're little, they're aggressive. They're like, give it to me right now. Do this, do that. And then they don't even ask you. They're like, give me some food. Come on. Like, I want food. I want a boob. I want food. Whatever stage they're at. or my kid right now, he's all into video games. Like, I want Halo, and I want it now. And it doesn't matter whether I say yes or no. And I'm not saying that that he rules the house or not, but they're closers. They know what to do. He's like, we're going to we're going to that GameStop place. And I'm like, well, no, yeah, we are. And he starts walking that direction. Why? Because children have not yet been socialized, normalized to be, to attack life, not even attack life, to approach life in a defensive posture, This is a defensive posture. They're walking around life like this, like, oh, don't hurt me, don't hurt me. Oh, I'm going to get hurt here. Oh, my ROI, my return on investment, I might not get back here. I'm not going to spend so much time here because I don't get anything back here. We're taught to say no to things so much. Look at children. They're not like that until we as parents start doing that to them, unfortunately. But we should learn not to do that. To let them be free human beings, that attack life. They're like little monsters. They're like, I want that cookie and I'm going to go get it. And I don't care, I'm going to cry and I'm going to kick and I'm going to whine till I get that cookie because I want that cookie. We call people like that, gangsters? Because they go get what they want. They're aggressive. So in life, I think that no matter where you're at, whether you're, like I say, a musician or you're an accountant or a doctor or lawyer, whatever you do, you have to be aggressive. And that doesn't mean that your personality has to be aggressive. No, the way in which you approach life needs to be aggressive in order to. And I think certain professionals understand this more than others. Certainly, lawyers understand this more, at least in their field, in their job. But artists definitely don't know this for the most part. I would say not scientific at all here, but I would say at least a good 90% of artists have no clue how to approach other than their craft. Maybe when they're doing their craft, they're very aggressive, but that's about it. But when it's time to expose the craft, to show or to talk about themselves, they're not aggressive at all. It's like, oh, no, are you going to talk to me? Are you going to talk to me? You have to come and talk to me. No, you have to be aggressive. You have to go out, expose yourself, exit, right? That's why we exist, to come out. And it's sad. I think it's very sad. I don't want to go into this pity party, but it's sad that we're not taught like that. That we have to. I certainly had to find out this on my own, through my own experiences, reading books and attending seminars and talking to other people and people who are actually doing aggressive moves. This word is so, it's like aggressive. I don't want to be. We think of car salesmen. It is whatever it is. We're all trying to get our piece, and I'm not talking about some negative thing. I'm talking about the housewife is trying to keep the house, sane, clean, and organized, and the children taken to school in time and all that. And if you're not aggressive, I think most housewives would agree with me. If you're not aggressive in doing the things that you need to, you will never get done all of the tasks that you do as a housewife. You will never get them done if you were not aggressive. And I think that there's a lot to learn. I certainly used to look at my mom and be like, oh man, because my mom was very aggressive in comparison to my father. My mom was way aggressive. When she had her eyes on a target, it was full on, go for it, all in. Why? Because she understood that there was certain limitations, right? With time, with the kids, and all of this. So whatever she went at it with the right estimation of force that she needed to execute in order to achieve that endeavor. And I think that most of us are not taught that. I saw it from my mom, and then, sometimes, and then not. And, just kind of, it was one of those things that I could see it, but I couldn't really, grasp it. I don't know. Maybe there was too many of us or in the house. I don't know. But I couldn't really grasp it until I started getting older. And then I started understanding, man, I have to attack life. I have to go for it and grab what's mine. But we're not taught this. We're told that conserve, be nice, be the last one to go in a room, be the last one to talk, and all of these things. That this socialization, I think I made up that word. I don't know. Maybe it's a real word, but we're taught to be, we're socialized. Society has created this idea of how we need to be, right? And in the 50s it was different, and in the 20s it was different, and in the 1800s it was different, and on and on and on, right? But there's always this paradigms in where we need how we need to behave and how we need to be, and the ones that escape those paradigms, the people that escape those, that are able to come out of those holes, I guess, that society has carved, not in a bad way, but in order to keep us safe, because the mind does that. The mind is trying to keep us safe. The heart is trying to experience life, but the mind is trying to keep us safe. That's one of the observations I've seen in life. Society functions as the mind, like, oh, let's keep us safe. Well, oh, no, let's, secure. Everything has to be secure, and yeah, no, with good intention, right? But they say the road to hell is paved with good intentions. But the heart is like, no, I need to achieve my goals, and that's where we have people like I say, like Michael Jordan, who's like, no, this thing is not gonna work for me. I need to put in more time. I need to be more aggressive. I don't think that maybe he thought about it. He just instinctually knew what to do. Just like Muhammad Ali or any singer. Think of anyone, Britney Spears. Think of anyone. They're extremely aggressive to go get what they want. Katy Perry, any of the singer, anyone. I mean, I don't know. Pick anyone that you've heard of, you and I have heard of, and they did not get there by being gentle and nice and, oh yeah, you go first and then I'll go. No, they're aggressive, and I'm not talking about their personality necessarily, but in the way that they achieve their goals, it's very aggressive, and that is what I'm trying to share with you today. Now in this 2017, don't just write your goals and kind of hope for the best. Go at it with a more with a higher intention, an intent like a child mind of, what, I need to be more aggressive. I need to be. Maybe that's not a word you want to use. Maybe you want to, I've seen this idea in different words. I say aggressive. Other people say higher performance. Some people say to be in the offense, to always be in offense. Whatever word you put on, it doesn't matter. It all points to the same thing. If you are hungry, you're not going to be like, oh, well, I don't know, I'm hungry. No, you're going to go knock on the door, knock on another door, please feed me, especially if you're a child. You're not going to sit there and be like, oh, well, no, you're going to go in and like children, like, excuse me, miss, like, I'm hungry, When they're little babies, they start crying, what more proof do we need, right? They're being aggressive, they're being real. And we're being socialized not to be real. We've been socialized to be like, oh, no, I'm good. I don't need the business. People ask you, what do you do? And you're like, kind of being like, I'm trying to be humble, playing the humble card, right? I don't need to tell everyone what I do. They're gonna think that I'm money hungry or that I want business all the time. Yeah, you should want business all the time. What's wrong with that? Anyways, I'll leave you with that. My name is Jose Trujillo. I'm a fine art artist, and thank you so much for watching. When you write your goals down, just remember, write them and put them away. Revise them every day, but don't overthink it. I'll leave you with that. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching.